baby, never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, joke, chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all on the scene. Broke at the end of the month, flow, joke, kill, mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6 Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, joke, chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Car moving through these.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the counter, Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Detroit! Gone!
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, nice move. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And New York set to take the field. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is Jonathan Stewart, and unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, they run with Stewart. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Now let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taco Charlton coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Pretty move. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On third down, Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Beckham, the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, here's Lauletta. And that's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 3, 9, 10.
Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The give is to Elliott. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Mario Edwards Jr., son of former Cowboy Mario Edwards Sr., there on the stop. Again to Elliott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz, right? Able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, now this from 43. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, here's Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff. This is Stewart. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
A handoff to Barkley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And credit to tackle the Taco Charlton with a stop. On third down, Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Lauletta now to throw it. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now Stewart on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Comes to Stewart, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What Big Al was thinking on draft night. Had to be so happy for his son, but they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch it. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo.
Yes.
Okay, so that tells you about how much he loves that team. You think Saquon's going to fix that and make it a Giants tattoo?
Yeah, he wants to make that a Giants. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
All right, here we go.
Now here's Lauletta. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here we go. 47, 47.
Now on 1st down, he's going to sneak it. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Here we go. 180. 180. Here we go. 46, 46.
They'll run with Elliott. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Run, go! Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again. Gun.
So much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. And that is is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here's Austin. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. With their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That good for 22 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Prescott from the gun. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
To return, it's Kalen Clay. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Giants on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Loletta. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now here come the Cowboys. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Hey, you got 3. Here you go. 87's mine. I got it.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 46. Here we go. 46. Watch twins.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to launch this thing. Wait. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 48 yards.
Okay, 3rd and short, the mindset of the defense, probably playing the run first. But if you're playing any type of pass coverage, tight coverage, press coverage, and offenses often convert their routes at that point and go farther downfield. And that paid off in a big way for them on that one, a big-time catch downfield.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, all the way down at the 21-yard line.
To the right.
Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
As huge a threat as Ezekiel Elliott is with the ball in his hands in the run game, that the Cowboys want to continue to expand him in the passing game. Excellent hands, can run nice routes. They don't just have to throw it to him on screens either. They can make him an integral part of the passing game and increase their offense.
58 catches through his first 2 years, so you expect that total to go up.
I think that he can get 58 catches in 1 year if they choose to concentrate on it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, Zeke's having a great game here, Charles, in the second. What was the difference rookie season to second season? Because he went from 5.1 yards per carry to 4.1.
Well, inconsistency. Remember, his second year, Zeke was in and out of the lineup a little bit, as well as his offensive line, where the front 5 pretty much played the entire way his rookie year. Last year, there were guys in and out of the lineup due to injuries as well. Not the same continuity.
Well, things are clicking here in this one for him.
Here you go.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go, 46. 41's the will. Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there. 26.
This is Elliott. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this one is right through. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. This is Stewart. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now Austin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
47.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Going deep downfield and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll begin with a run by Gallman. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And the pursuit that time was absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up.
Back now here on EA Sports. They'll run again here with Gallman. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
The Giants on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Saquon Barkley. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Kill. Check, 93's the mic.
Again, it's Smith, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Got 46. Switch and 8. 96 is coming. Go. Check. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Here we go. 46. Under 46.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Gallman, and he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 2.
27's to Sam. 27's to Sam. Set. Blue 8.
First throw now for the backup Manning to Barkley on the check down. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On first down, Manning. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Stewart on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Manning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And no room to maneuver there. Give them a yard up to the 47. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Here go 46. Shit. 46.
On second down, Elliott. And some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They'll run it again with Smith. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the Giants ready to come out now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This is Gallman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis,